Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to be talking about Conflux, what the profitability is, what our plan is with Conflux, and what are we doing about our mining facilities. What are we mining Conflux or are we mining something else? So if you think that's interesting, hit like, subscribe, hit the bell, go to cryptollc.org. If you're looking to set up a GPU or ASIC mining farm, we have a marketplace there. We also provide Bitcoin and GPU mining farm setups and management. So go to cryptollc.org. Right now is the best time to jump in. GPUs are down like crazy. The prices are really, really low. So if you want to jump in, today's a day. And before we get started, Bitcoin saves your wealth. Jesus Christ saves your soul. All right, so Conflux. This is a algorithm used basically by GPUs. I mean, you can use other devices. You can attempt to, but GPUs are the ones that use or that mine for Conflux the most. I don't know if anyone has invented any of the ASICs that are capable of doing it, because I know there's companies out there that try their best, but currently Conflux is probably like 99% GPUs. So it's a good one to mine. It's one of the top 5, I would say, out of all the coins. But what is the profitability of Conflux? So before we do that, let's take a look at our algorithms here. We have ETH-hash, ETH-4G, Z-hash, Kookaroo cycle, Octopus, L-hash, Kapow, and so on. All of these are based on 12 GPU setups. This is 3080. So Conflux is Octopus, and this is our hash rate for 12 cards, and our watt usage, 3,700 watts for 12 cards. Our power is 6 cents. Now, this 6 cents is the average. So our base price, for those that know, for electricity, where we're located, is 4 cents. And then our peak demand is about 7 cents. And if you add it all up, it turns into 6. So a lot of times, people out there, they'll lie to you by saying, hey, I have 4 cents electricity. And you're like, oh, really? What's your peak demand, right? Because they don't say that. They don't say what their actual price is. So at Crypto LLC, we tell our clients exactly what it is on average, which is around 5.9, but we're just going to type in 6 here. So we keep it real at Crypto LLC. You know, we don't sugarcoat things. It is around 6, even though our base price is 4. Technically, we have 4 cents, but it's the average is 6. Anyway, so we have all that information plugged in. We'll click calculate. Calculates it away, and what do we get? We get negative 27 cents a day. So that's one rig is doing negative 27 cents. Let me plug in a calculator, plug this in a calculator. So at 30 days, right, 27 cents negative. At 30 days, you have negative $8. So if you built out a 40 rig setup, right, you have 40 rigs. So each rig is 12 GPUs. You have 40 of those. Per month, you're going to be negative $324. So it's $324 negative. So you might be asking, like, wait a minute, I have to invest like a lot of money, you know, hundreds of thousands to get negative 324. Yes, you would be getting negative as of right now. Now, I'm going to explain why this is not a bad thing, why this is just short term, and it is going to get a lot better in the future. Let's look at the Conflux network hash rate. So here's a Conflux network hash rate. Let's go back to August 22nd or August whatever 1st, whatever it is. We're just going to get the average right before Ethereum got rid of proof of work, went to proof of stake. So we were at like 760, 750. We got like what, 695 or 85 right there. So let's just take an average of 720. So we got 720. Now we are at what, 3.1, right? So how many times is that? That's going to be, I'm doing my calculator right now. Okay, so that is 4.5 times increase in the hash rate. So imagine 4.5 times the hash rate went up. So that's 4.5 more miners mining away on Conflux. Now, what does that do? That decreases profits, because now you're sharing the profits with those other miners, because there's more people that are grabbing a piece of the pie, right? There's more of those people on there, and that's creating less money for you, less money for our investors, and so on. That's why this is negative. Now, this is negative for the current 6 cents, right? Now I'm going to show you how crazy it's going to get once you increase that. Let me go back to my calculator. I'm using my phone as my calculator. So 30, so that's $8, right? $8 negative. Now let's change this up. Let's go to like 10 cents. Let's say you're in some not great state, or you're mining from your garage, right? You're mining from your garage, you probably have 10 cents. You're at negative 384, right? So you went from 27 cents. Let me just change this back so you can see the difference here. 6 cents, I'm negative 29 cents, right? 10 cents, right? At 10 cents, I'm negative 384. So let's go to 3.84. So you're negative $115 every single month. So imagine that garage miner out there that has a couple of these rigs. Let's say he has 5 rigs in his garage. He is negative $575 a month. So how long can he hold that out? That's the question. How long can a garage miner, 5 rigs, 12 GPUs each, 30 80s, mining away in his garage at 10 cents, how long can he sustain 575 negative a month? I mean, not very long, right? Now let's go to 15 cents. Up here, let's type in 15 cents. Let's say you're located in California, you know, one of the garbage states of the United States. Let's go to the garbage place. What does the garbage place produce? It produces 826 negative. So 8.28. He has 5 rigs, right? At 5 rigs, 828, so that's 30 days. At 5 rigs, he's negative $1,250, right? Every single month, he's negative $1,250. How long can he sustain that? Because even if, I mean, not if, when the hash rate comes down, because a lot of people will be quitting, when the hash rate comes down, this negative 8 will become negative 6, negative 4, negative 2. He's still negative though. So even after a month and it came down to negative 6, and after another month it came down to negative 4, he's still negative. Like, we are long positive, right? This guy is still negative, and he could still be negative for like 6 months because he's at 15 cents. So what's going to happen with all these big, maybe even, well, small miners and also big miners? Because big miners, a lot of times they have loans. They took out a loan, got a business loan or whatever it is, and they borrowed $20 million and they built out a farm, and they were not smart enough to build it out with a cheap electricity rate, or they were overextended, had too many workers or whatever it was. They didn't have this 0.6, right? They didn't have this 0.6. They had 0.10 or whatever it is. So at that rate, how long is he going to hold this out for? If he has 500 rigs, you know, he has 5,000 GPUs, he's going to be eating negative 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 a month. For how long? Until he basically what's happening right now. And my point is that all the miners that had high electricity costs are going to get annihilated, right? They're going to get destroyed. They're going to go down the drain. They're gone, right? They're all going to die off. And what's going to happen is when they start dying off, this hash rate is going to start dropping. It's going to create a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, and so on. Let me zoom in here. Like this. Lower high, lower high, lower high. I mean, it's more, you can see it more on Ravencoin. Conflux is still holding out here, but eventually you'll start making lower high. And you can imagine my little mouse right here just going like this, all the way back down. All of those GPUs are then going to be put for sale. So if you have a miner out there that has 5,000 GPUs, he tried his best. He held out for 2 months. He was like, all right, that's it. I basically used up all my reserves, all my extra money. I don't have any more left. What am I going to do? He's going to quit. He's going to quit. He's going to take his 5,000 GPUs. He's going to liquidate them. Where's he going to sell them? He's going to list them on those resale areas or websites or wherever. He's going to sell them, probably eBay or something like that. eBay can't really absorb that many GPUs. That's like, you know, one person putting 5,000 GPUs for sale. But let's just say he tries it out. Anyway, the point is, when he lists them for sale, he bought them for $800. He bought them for $1,000. He bought them for $1,200. When he's going to list them for sale, no one's going to buy them unless he really lists the price down. So he's going to have to go all the way down to like $400 or $300. What does that mean for our investors? That means that if you can get 40 80s at $300 or $400, it is the best time to jump in. So if you were an investor and you're like, hey, I believe in altcoins, this is a long-term play, I'm going to play this out for 10 years. I want to set up a farm because I'm thinking Biden's going to print a 20 more trillion. and there's no hope for the United States or whatever, right? If you're that type of an opinion, which a lot of people are, you want to get out of risk assets, you want to get out of real estate, or you want to get out of businesses. You want to liquidate your Microsoft and Apple stock because you think that stuff's a joke, which it is. But you want to get rid of that. You want to go to mining. All right, you want to go to mining. Well, as of right now, if you get the GPUs at $400, that's the most expensive part of your rig. So now you can actually jump in and build your farm twice as big than you would have built it 2 months ago. 2 months ago, if you were building it, you would have paid twice the price. Now you're going to pay. Now you only have to pay twice as less, right? That's it. You don't need to pay double what you would have paid, right? So your farm can be either twice as less expensive or twice as big for the same amount of money, which is great. Plus, everything related to mining, the RAM, the processors, maybe if you want to go with octominer or whatever it is, all those things will have a lot of pressure on them to reduce their prices because the demand went from a lot, from infinity, to zero immediately. So now all those guys that are selling the RAM and the processors and the motherboards and stuff like that, their demand went to zero. Who are they going to sell to, right? Who are they going to sell? There's no one to sell to. So they have to lower their prices, and especially for GPUs. Also for GPUs, again, if before it was harder to get 3080s because there's a high demand for them, now demand is zero. It's absolutely zero. No one's buying 3080s like this, right? -$3. No one at 10 cents is buying 3080s, right? So it's a good time to buy used ones. This is what we recommend for our investors. For anyone that wanted to build a farm, go to cryptollc.org. We sell new ones there. We don't sell used GPUs. So if you want to still get new, you can do that. I mean, if you don't want to have used at all, the price is going to be like $700. It's, maybe that might come down to 600, but it's probably be like 700, 800 because the price of Bitcoin and altcoin, well, actually, just because altcoin profitability is down doesn't mean that the GPUs are going to be sold for dirt cheap prices when they're brand new. So what we recommend for our investors to do and for future clients, future investors, is to buy used. So going through our channels to get used cars, get them like $400. Even if you get a bunch of used ones that you have a 1-month warranty, even if 5% of those cards are bad, right? So let's say you mined on them for 6 months and then 5% of them died. It's still better and cheaper to buy them for $400 and have 5% of them die off in 6 months than to buy them at $800 or $700 and then they're brand new and all that stuff. Sure, great, they're brand new. That's good. But is it worth $800 a card brand new, versus $400 or $700 versus $300? We don't think so. So we highly recommend for all of our investors to just get the cards and get them used, right? Let me change this back to our correct values here. It's a big difference, right? You can see a big difference. 32 cents negative, just going from 6 to 10 cents, and now you're at $3. Huge difference in how that negative increases. So yeah, that's our current plan. So we're going to be mining Ravencoin because we are expecting Ravencoin to the hash rate to drop on it a lot. So that's what we're currently mining right now. Today's video is obviously about Conflux. We are not mining Conflux right now. Ravencoin has a bigger volume. It's got 400 million. You see right there. Well, obviously, if you're going to believe what to mine, it's not really like perfect values here, but it's a good idea. Gives you a good idea. 400 million. Conflux, 87 million. Obviously, a lot less. But we'll see because things can change and what we mine can change immediately. And if in the future Conflux, something happens, they release a nice update or there's a lot of talk about it and the price goes up like 3x or 5x or whatever, then obviously we'll start mining Conflux. But as of right now, we're mining Ravencoin. We're thinking that Ravencoin could be listed on some exchanges and that could cause it to pop up, and that's what we're going to sell off our Ravencoin. So that's kind of our plan there. But of course, things change, things can change, so we'll see what happens. But I hope you guys liked the video. You know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, hit the bell. Go to cryptollc.org if you want to set up a GPU or ASIC mining farm. Oh, and in terms of Bitcoin mining, right now is also the best time to jump into Bitcoin mining. Basically anything related to mining is the best time right now because Bitcoin price is around 19,000. I'll give you an idea of the price drop in ASICs. Like 1 year ago, if you were getting S19s, they were 10,000. And right now you can get those same exact S19s brand new for 3,000. So 3 times less, basically 3 times less money for the same exact ASIC. So if you were looking to jump in, right now is the best time. Obviously, if Bitcoin shoots up back to 40K, all of these numbers are going to change. I mean, I think every single coin will be profitable at that point, especially if we change it back to our 6 cents here. Every single coin will be profitable, highly profitable. And then, of course, Bitcoin will be highly profitable as well. And that means those ASICs will go back up from 3,000 back up to 8,000. And the GPUs 3080s will come back up. And a lot of people will stop selling if they were selling. All right, well, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys like it. And until next time, bye.